Today I'm going to be showing you how to make cinnamon churro bites in your Instant Pot. Hi, I'm Karen Peterson, and here on YouTube I share stuff about the Instant Pot, and today I'm going to show you step by step how to make the most delicious, fluffy cinnamon churro bites, and these disappeared like that in my house. I'm going to make a second batch right now so that we can eat more. Hope you guys are doing good and hanging in there. This might be the last video I do downstairs in my basement kitchen because my upstairs kitchen is almost done. I'm so excited to show you the big reveal, hopefully next week, so stay tuned for that. All right, to get started with these churro bites, you're just gonna need 1/3 cup of brown sugar, and we're gonna just put it into like a medium-sized mixing bowl. 1/3 cup of melted butter, and a teaspoon of cinnamon, and then 1/2 cup of milk. And you'll just whisk that together. And then we're gonna add in a cup of flour, and I'm just using all-purpose flour. You can use whole wheat flour if you'd like. And a little bit of baking powder, a teaspoon. And then 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Stir that, kind of fold in the flour. You don't want to vigorously beat it or anything, just enough to get where no white streaks are remaining. Now, this just makes enough for 1 egg bite mold. So if you have 2 egg bite molds, you can double this recipe and you can stack them on top of each other and make them at the exact same time for double the deliciousness. Next step is using one of these. I bought mine on Amazon, and I will link to the one that I bought in the notes below. It's about 10 bucks, and they're used for egg bites. And I've also made little tiny meatloafs in them. And then today I'm doing the churros. I'm just gonna spray this just so that they come out a little easier. And then I'm using a little scooper. Ideally this would be a little bit bigger, but that's okay. Use what you have. They're gonna be close to the top, about 3/4 of the way filled. And then when you get to the bottom of your batter here, you can just kind of fill in wherever needs just a little bit more. Just try to make them as even as possible. And they don't raise up too much, so they can be almost all the way full to the top. And if there's any batter left, you can lick it yourself, or you can give it to your kids or your husband if he's home from work. And if you want, you can kind of smooth them with your finger, or just with a little knife, or just don't smooth them. They're fine. We're going to be flipping them over anyway, so nobody's going to be seeing this bottom side. The next step is to add a cup of water into your Instant Pot liner. And then if you have a sling or a trivet of some sort, that's what you're going to need. And I love this one. It's the OXO brand, and I will link to the one I got on Amazon in the notes below. But I love it because it's like a sling and a trivet all in one. You can just lower everything into the pot. Easy peasy, so you just drop that in. But before I do drop that in, let me put a little bit of foil on the top. And I just like to cover this because it just keeps it a little bit more dry and the condensation doesn't drip onto it quite so much. So now my Instant Pot egg bite molds thing did not come with oven safe, pressure cooker safe lid. It just came with like a plastic lid, and you would not want to cover it with that because it would melt in your pressure cooker. So I like to be safe, use the foil for this. Then drop it into the pot. And like I said, if you have another one, you can just stack it right on top, and it should work fine. All right, and then cover your pot. And make sure the valve's set to sealing. And then I'm going to use the manual button, which yours might say pressure cook, so it could be manual or pressure cook, and set it to 12 minutes, and it's on high pressure. Once the pressure cooking cycle is up, the numbers will start counting up, and once you get to at least between 10 minutes and 15, we kind of let it sit longer than usual, you will open the pot and remove the pressure cooker bites. Now, I'm going to just take off this foil. It's not that hot, but use hot pads if you need to. I'm going to invert a plate, and then I'm going to pop them over like that. You don't want to let them sit too long in the silicone molds or they'll steam and they'll kind of get almost too moist. So don't wait too long. Just pop them out almost right after you take them out. So you're just going to kind of gently put your thumbs on each one and just push them out. And with that nonstick spray, they should come out pretty easy. There we go. Looks pretty good, right? Now, this is the fun part. And I've done it two ways. I've done it where you roll them in a little more butter and then the sugar and cinnamon, or you just roll them straight in sugar and cinnamon. And both are good. I just am going to go the easy route today and do without the butter. So you'll just get 1/4 cup of sugar and a teaspoon of cinnamon, and you'll just roll them and then kind of just, you know, lift up some of the sugar and cinnamon and just sprinkle it on there. And that way they kind of do look like churros, don't they? And you'll repeat this process with all of them. Once you get done, you have 7 delicious churro bites. And now, of course, they're not going to be crispy like normal churros. They're more like muffin texture, but they are delicious. Should we open one up and see what it looks like? Thank you so much for joining me. We will see you next week in my new kitchen, hopefully. And until then, you can find me at 365daysofcrockpot.com, where I share Instant Pot stuff with you every single day. If you want to receive my daily emails, make sure to go to my website and you can sign up there. Bye-bye. Have a great day.